Hey guys, it's Nick with Urban Farm Boys. How's everybody doing? Happy September. It is that time of year again. I'm obsessed. It's unhealthy. It's a problem. But it's Caron anniversary cakes season again. The season is upon us. I really got into the anniversary cakes last year. It became a little bit more than an unhealthy obsession, to say the least, but I really enjoyed working with them last year. It was the first year I learned about them, and they are released once a year. And they're back right now. So I have seen them, I think all but one. I have gotten my hands on some. I have decided which ones I like for the season, and I'm going to show you guys today. This video specifically has been weeks in the making because I have gone to my local, well, several local Michaels in my area about 5 times over the last couple weeks, trying to spot them as soon as they were available. I've ordered some on the website and waited for shipping, and it's been a long time coming. But I want to show you guys today, I've got 4 of the colorways. I'll show you what's available. I'll show you the technically 5 that I've got, and make sure you stick around to the end of the video because there's going to be a surprise. So you'll want to stay tuned. Alright, so if you've seen any of my other videos, I will put a couple links maybe in the description here of some of the projects I did with last year's anniversary cakes. My obsession last year was their colorway called Book Club. It sold out really quickly. I think it was kind of the fan favorite, but I was obsessed with that one. And then I did another blanket using the birch bark colorway. And then I decided to get my hands on some of the prismatic colorway last year, and I'm working on something now, off and on, using that prismatic colorway. So I was super excited to see this year's colors, and I think I should just show you guys, right? In case you have never seen or heard of them before, because they're pretty intense. So let's get started, shall we? If you look on the Michaels website, you'll see that there are 8 colorways this year. The Tropical Breeze, Berry Ripple, Green Flash, Oceana, Peach Towel, Opal, Cookie Mint, and Oyster. Now I did post something on my community tab, and someone commented, thank you to whoever you were, that they felt that most of this year's colors were recycled colors from another Caron line. I can't remember which ones. Maybe somebody knows and they can comment below. And I had never used that other line of Caron cakes, and sure enough, I looked them up, and it's true. A lot of these are recycled, or exactly the same, so to speak, just different type of yarn. So maybe that's a little bit disappointing. It wasn't that disappointing for me because I had never seen them before, but if you have, you might say, oh, that's old news. I've heard some whispers that they might be releasing some more later in the year, some holiday-themed colors. I don't know if they do that every year. But anyway, so those are the anniversary cakes for this year. I've got 4 with me right now, and then I'll also talk about something new-ish they did this year by releasing their slice of anniversary cakes. That was very exciting to me, and I got myself one of those as well. So, want to see? Alright. I had been looking on the website for weeks in anticipation of these colors being released, and I definitely had one clear favorite, which was this one. And these, if you have never seen these before, I'll tell you a little bit about them. But this one was the one I was most excited about. So this is their beach towel colorway. This I've seen is one of those recycled colorways that they have in another one of the cakes from Caron. I'm not sure. I'll link it below. I'll see if I can find it and link it below. But this was the one I thought I would be the most excited about. I think beach towel is a good descriptor for these colors. It's not exactly rainbow, but you know, you've got pink, orange, blue, yellow. Yeah. So not the full rainbow, and it is a bit muted, but I was really excited to check this one out. If you haven't seen Caron anniversary cakes before, they are huge. I have a pretty big head, I think. These are bigger than my head for scale. But just to tell you a little bit about them if you've never tried them before. So these are big giant cakes. They are 1,000 grams or a kilogram. So you get 35.3 ounces of yarn and you get 1,029 yards or 941 meters. It's acrylic yarn. It is machine washable and dryable, and it's classified as a 6 super bulky, and they recommend an 8mm crochet hook or knitting needles. So that's what you get. This is beach towel. I will say I have done several projects with anniversary cakes in the past, and I wouldn't go smaller than an 8 necessarily, but I'm doing a granny ripple blanket with the prismatic line from last year, and I'm using, I think, a 10mm, which is working fine. So depending on what you're doing, I'd say 8 to 10. Maybe you could get away with a 7 depending on your project. I've seen super bulky yarns that are much thicker than this one. I'd call it more bulky than super bulky. You know what I mean? 6, yeah, 6. I might rate it a 5, but anyway, that's what Caron says. So there is beach towel. All right, the next one I got looks a little bit similar, maybe. And I thought I might like it when I saw it on the website, but I really wanted to see it in the store in person. And this was one of the ones that I saw in store, so I was able to sort of test it out before committing to ordering them online. But this one is Tropical Breeze. And I think this one is super pretty. So I might do a side-by-side comparison because I do think there's a lot of similarities between these two. Let me see if I can balance these so you can look for yourselves. So this is Tropical Breeze. This is Beach Towel. Let me come closer. So I think the Beach Towel colors are actually a little bit more vibrant, even though I would say they're both sort of muted. And in the Tropical Breeze, I'm seeing more greens. There's 2 different shades of greens, yellow, orange, blue, purple. So Beach Towel has no green, whereas Tropical Breeze has 2 shades of green. So they're not that far off. This one's a little more reddish orange, and this one, I get a little bit more of the yellowy, greeny vibe. It kind of depends on what you want. I had told myself this year I probably didn't need any more sort of rainbow colored anniversary cakes because last year I did so much with the Book Club, which was another sort of muted rainbow. And then I bought the prismatic, which is very rainbow. And then look what happened. So I wouldn't call either of these rainbow, but you know what I mean, you get it. I'm surprisingly really interested in this one. I got this one, I got my hands on it in person. The beach towel had to be shipped to me, so I just got this a couple days ago. And I have started a little experiment with this one, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. And I'm liking it a lot, I think. So I think I'll like both of them. But anyway, Tropical Breeze. Okay, if you guys are excited about the anniversary cakes, give the video a like, comment below, and tell me which ones you like so far. I basically bought all of the ones I like, so you'll see what I'm into this season. The other ones that I haven't purchased, I don't think they're for me. So the next one I got was Opal. Let me take this out of the package for you. All right, and all the specs are the same amount of yarn, same everything. So we don't need to repeat that, but this is the Opal. When I saw it online, I wasn't sure. I didn't know if I would love it. I thought, you know, I've got to see that one in person. And I really like it, I think. Greens, teals, lavenders, purples. The gemstone motif is real. If that's your gemstone, jewel tone, whatever you want to call it. If that's your jam, you'll probably really like this one. I did buy it. I'm not sure what I will do with it yet. I feel like something will inspire me, and I'll be like, that's the perfect yarn for that project. These are not colors that I would typically grab, but, you know, I thought about making things for other people, for gifts. Andrew's mom, I feel like, really likes and uses all of these colors, so she might end up with something made of this yarn. But I thought it was pretty, and I think a lot of people will. So that's Opal. I'll tell you guys more about how to get your hands on these if you're struggling here just in a minute. But let me show you the last one that I got my hands on. You'll have to excuse the sounds of nature. It's the end of summer now, and the cicadas are in full swing. They are noisy, so I try to edit some of that out as I'm editing the video, but they are loud. So, last one I got was this one, which is Berry Ripple. Let me show you. There's also a deer walking right across my property right now. And I have my dogs out here on the porch, so if they go flying off the porch chasing the deer, I'll be right back. Alright, so let me show you the front. This is Berry Ripple. Very pretty. This was an unexpected win for me. I didn't think I would like it when I saw it online. Again, the pinks are really not colors I use. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that love these colors. Pinks and purples and peaches. Not really my blend. I have to say, this is the first time I'm really holding this out of the package, and I do think it's super pretty. It really is. A lot of cool stuff could be done with this. Maybe not for me, but I'm actually looking and I'm trying to decide which I like more between the Opal and the Berry Ripple. What do you guys think? I don't know. This Berry Ripple is warmer than I thought it would be. The tones are a little bit, you know, they're vibrant, but they're kind of warm. It's not a cold colorway. This is definitely cold. This one's a lot warmer. I don't know. You know, you get the stuff and then choose a project later. Do you guys do that, or do you go in with a plan when you're buying yarn? I go both ways. These are, you know, they're limited editions, and so kind of gotta grab what you want while it's available. So that's my collection, except we're not quite done yet. If we go back to the website and see the colorways they had, there was the green flash, which I also saw in stores, and it wasn't for me. It's pretty bright, kind of neon green, neon yellow, neon green. I just was not a fan of the green flash. And I also didn't like the Oceana, the kind of blue tones. I think probably a lot of people will like that one, but not for me. The two at the end, Cookie Mint and Oyster, I really like both of them. The Oyster is a lot of beige, cream, gray. That one probably speaks to me the most. That's probably the colors I would use more than any of the other ones on this list. The reason I didn't buy Oyster is because I used the birch bark last year, and I'm getting those vibes. It would feel very similar to me. Birch bark seems a little darker than this, but you know, it wasn't for me. And then the Cookie Mint is the only one I haven't been able to see in person, And I think I like it, actually. It's very interesting with the mint greens and the browns, and the cookie mint sounds like a good descriptor for this one. I was about to say for this ice cream. I don't know. I'm torn. I thought maybe I would get some of it, but I ordered a lot. Okay? I ordered, with the exception of one, I ordered three cakes of each color. I've got plenty to do. The reason I did that is last year I ordered 2 of the book club, and then I couldn't really get more, and then I had like existential dread. So I thought you can make a blanket out of 3 of these big cakes. Let's talk slice of anniversary cakes. So I don't know that they've done this before. I think they're new this year, but the slice of anniversary cakes are really cool because they've brought back a couple of fan favorites. There may be 1 or 2 new, and then they've also included some solids. So with the slice of anniversary cakes, they've brought back Prismatic, which was a big fan favorite last year, and they've brought back Book Club. I almost died when I saw it. I nearly perished in the moment. Book Club is back. Book Club is also selling out really quickly. Again, I'm looking right now and it's not available on their website, but I'll talk to you a little bit about that shortly. They also have Hocus Crocus, which I think is not new. I think it's been there before. People seem to be really happy that Hocus Crocus was back. Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe they have it in a different line. And then the one that I hadn't seen before was Playgroup. They also have 4 solids, and I feel like they released a solid to pair with each of the sort of variegated yarns. A yellow, a purple, a blue, and a red. So that's nice. I looked at these and I actually I filmed it in the store because they were all in the store the first time I went to Michael's. The solids do match fairly well with the variegated ones that they have. I will tell you the golden works really well with Prismatic. I think most of them could work well with Prismatic. I think they released the blue, which is called Wave, to pair with Book Club. Those blues are not the same. Some of the other ones look identical, like same dye, like perfect match. The blue is not the same blue that's in Book Club, so I don't know if I would use it. The red, I'm trying to figure out which one they tried to pair with Book Club, because the blue might work with that Playgroup colorway. It's probably best if you get your hands on them in person and take a look if you want to combine solids with the variegated. I didn't feel like any of them matched great with the Book Club. I don't think the red is the same. The blue wasn't far off, but not the same. Book Club doesn't really have purple like that. And the yellow, the golden, might work. So these are cool because they're a lot more reasonable in price. They're $12.99 a skein. Right now there's a sale on the website, 30% off, so they're $9 a skein. And it's a more reasonable size if you want to make something smaller and you don't want, 1 kilometer of yarn. So, having said all of that, I couldn't resist getting the Book Club. I couldn't. I got 2 of these, only 2. I couldn't help myself. I never thought I would see it again. And it's back. So I've made a lot of things with this. I made a blanket, I made a cushion cover, I made a scarf, and I made a top, like an open front cardigan. I made a video about that not that long ago. And I thought with this, well, not in years, I haven't made a beanie or like a winter hat. And I thought maybe I'll make a winter hat out of one of these. So I had to. So I got 2. And these are 250 grams, 8.8 ounces, 260 meters or 285 yards. So it's 1/4 of the big cakes. So if you don't want the big ones, these are sort of more reasonable and a pretty good price. The big cakes are $40. You get a lot of yarn for your $40. but make sure you get them when there's a sale. There's always a sale. The first round of orders I did online, everything was 40% off, which was great. And then the second round of orders I did online, everything was 30% off. So you don't have to pay full price. So that's my collection. 4 cakes and 1 slice of cake. What do you guys think? What are you excited about? What's your favorite? Have you purchased any? Let me tell you a little bit about finding them and ordering them, and then I'll show you my project that I've started with Tropical Breeze, and you guys can tell me if you like it or not. And we're almost to the surprise, so don't go away. It is a bit challenging to get your hands on these cakes, and I think a lot of them do sell out, and some of them, once they're gone, they're just gone. But check in your local stores. I have 3 Michaels local to me. My closest one never carries these, period. It just doesn't. They don't have a very good yarn selection at all. The other 2 do. Both of them have much better selections. So I usually try to peek there every few days to see what they've got. And I feel like they stagger putting them out so that people don't buy everything up at once. But definitely check the website, because a lot of times you can just order them to be shipped home to you. I'm not sure if you can get them in Canada. I think so. I think you guys in Canada have shipping, Michaels, right? And shipping from Michaels. I know you didn't have access to Joann's, but anyway. So check their website. And then some of the times, like last year, one of the times that I ordered online, it said, I think I was getting the birch bark or something, I can't remember. It said unavailable for shipping, sold out in stores. But then there was an option where you could have it shipped to the store and pick it up. And that was available. So they wouldn't send it to my house, but they would send it to the store. So I just did that. So check the website for sure. And I would say check often. I've been looking almost every day at their website just to kind of keep an eye on things. And it changes every day. It changes throughout the day. Things that say that they're sold out now will come back. I've heard checking right after midnight. Some things kind of reset. I've heard checking after 9 a.m. when they open, things will reset. So just take a peek. Keep an eye out. I can tell you with full confidence, as I've looked at this over the last couple of weeks, things are sold out, then available, then sold out, then available, and it changes every day. As I was scrolling for the video this morning, half of them showed sold out. It was practically the opposite yesterday. So just keep an eye on it, check the website, but also don't wait too long, because they do sell out. It'll be hard to find these in a few weeks. Okay, we're wrapping up. We're nearing the end here. Do you guys want to see a project that I started with the Tropical Breeze? So we've had a lot of stuff happening in our real life lately. It's been a fairly stressful time. Nothing really bad, just a lot of stuff going on. And so I'm finding myself a little bit scatterbrained. There's just many things to be doing and focusing on right now, and so I'm having kind of a hard time committing to one thing. And also, crochet really helps me to calm my brain and turn it off a little bit. But I haven't been able to focus. Like, I've got projects I need to finish, and I just haven't. So I've started like 2 or 3 new projects in the last couple of weeks. And whatever. It's cheaper than therapy, right? So I started an experiment with the Tropical Breeze because I wasn't 100% sure if I loved it. And I wanted to try something different because I've done too many granny square things. I'm doing a temperature blanket this year with granny squares. I'm doing granny ripple. And I didn't want to do like a corner to corner either, or like the corner to corner open block, because I've done several blankets with that as well. And I didn't want to just keep doing that. So I was sitting around thinking, what should I do? And I remembered the Entrelac technique. If you guys remember at the beginning of the year, Bee Hooked Crochet did a crochet challenge for Warm Up America. And I participated in that. And she has an excellent tutorial on Entrelac, which I will link below because hers is perfect. You don't need me to show you how to do it. But I started her crochet challenge using the yarn she's sort of recommended for the challenge and the Entrelac technique, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like... Entrelac was interesting. It's kind of like a combination of corner to corner and sort of Tunisian crochet, and it was fun and very different, but I didn't like how this was working up, and I just didn't want to continue it. So I ended up making a video about that, and I abandoned this, and I ended up making a regular corner to corner blanket instead, and I liked how that looked much better, and I sent that off as my contribution to the challenge. But I had not really forgotten about Entrelac, so then when I was looking at this yarn, I was like, I don't know what I want to do with it. Let me give Entrelac another shot and see what happens. And guys, I think I'm actually really digging it. So let me show you what I've got so far. So this is my Entrelac project so far. Now these anniversary cakes, they have fairly quick color shifts, and I didn't like how the colors were coming together with this one. I wanted solid blocks and white blocks, and that was just, it's not possible with this colorway. But I just didn't think it looked nice. This one looks a little bit chaotic. It's also not solid blocks, you know, the colors do shift. But I think I really like it, and the more I look at it, the more I do like it. It looks a little bit patchworky to me. I think Entrelac by nature kind of looks that way, but I'm really liking it a lot. I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you think. Entrelac takes up a lot of yarn, and it's a slow process. So I don't know how big I'm going to make this, but the cool thing is it's also a corner-to-corner project. Unless I want to make it a rectangle, well, I guess even if I make it a rectangle, I will know when it's time to wrap it up when I run out of half my yarn. I think I ordered 4 cakes of this. I ordered an extra one of this because I thought, let me do, it takes a lot of yarn, it eats a lot of yarn. So I thought, let me do 2 cakes building it up, and as I run out of my second cake, then I know it'll be time to start closing it up. And this is it's slow going. Once you get the hang of it, it's fairly mindless too. It's not hard. I really enjoy it because it's so different from regular crochet. It makes a much denser blanket, which you have to be looking for that, otherwise this might disappoint you. So it is pretty dense, but I don't know. I think I'm really digging it. So if you're curious and you've never tried Entrelac, I will link Bee Hooked Crochet's tutorial because it's excellent. If you want, I will also link my video I made where I talked about some of the things I didn't like about Entrelac. I think those concerns are still valid. Some of your stitches can get really tight, but I think it depends on your crochet hook size a lot, also the yarn you're working with. I'm not having that same problem with this yarn at all. I think there might just be a little bit more stretch to it, and I'm not struggling at all with this one. So tell me what you guys think. I would love your opinions. This project is also, I really wanted to get it, you know, worked up a little bit just to show you guys how this colorway plays out. But this is going to have to go on the back burner for a little bit because I have so many other projects. I am doing a temperature blanket this year with granny squares, 1 little square for each day, and I'm like 2 months behind. I'm not giving up. I'm not to the point where I've been giving up. I'm just behind. So I have to catch up on that, and I want to. It's starting to look so cool. I'm doing a fall-themed blanket, another Granny Ripple, and I would like to have that ready by fall-ish or winter. So I have to focus on that one too. And then I have like 10 other whips, but you know, whatever. So this one I think will be fun to work on in the winter so that I have these bright colors ready for spring. So we need to just set this one aside and come back to it in a little while. But I wanted to show you guys how that looks. All right, that is my little review. We've made it to the end. We've made it to the time for the surprise. Are you guys ready for the surprise? Okay, so here's my surprise. I'm doing a giveaway. It's very easy to apply to win. And I'm giving away Berry Ripple. One cake of the Berry Ripple, because that's all I have. I bought this. I bought it intentionally to do as a giveaway because, like I said, I think a lot of people are really going to like it. Funny thing is that now that I have my hands on it and I'm really looking at it, I really like it too. I like it more than I did when I was looking on the website. But it's not for me. It's for one of you guys. I will ship it anywhere in the world. So if you would like to receive one of these, here's what you must do. There's only two things. There's a bonus thing that I would appreciate, but you don't have to. You have to give this video a like, a thumbs up. You can do that right now. And then go in the comments. So you just comment, I would like to win the Berry Ripple. You can write whatever you want, as long as I know that's what you're commenting about and not just making a regular old comment. I would like to win the Berry Ripple. Okay? It is September 11th today. I will give everybody a little bit of a chance to see this video, and at the end of September 31st, I will randomly draw one person, and you will win. I'll ship it anywhere in the world. Things to keep in mind, two things that are really important, and I've done a few other giveaways, and I've run into this issue both times. If you win, I can't send you messages on YouTube anymore. You used to be able to. You can't anymore. So I will pin a comment on this video on September 31st with the name of the winner. I'll tag you in it. Some people have notifications set up where they get notified if I tag them. A lot of people don't. I will pin that, so it should be the top comment after September 31st if you have won. I will also put it on my community tab. Not everyone sees those either, but I will also put the winner on my community tab. So you've got two different ways to win. What I found, if you've got notifications off, you'll have to remember to come back to this video to check and see if you won. That's the only way that it works. I had to give away maybe a year ago, and I gave away many things, and two of my winners just never got back to me. So then I had to draw new people. So make sure you set an alarm in your phone and come back and see if you've won, because I've just got the one thing. I may or may not send you a crochet hook to go along with this. We'll see. So I hope you guys all try to participate. Make sure you just have to give the video a thumbs up and comment below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that would be great too. All of our links are below. Excuse me while the train passes. We do live in the New York City Metro, so we live in the forest, but also that's the train into the city passing by. Yes, follow me on Instagram if you would like. I post something almost every day on Instagram, stories or posts, so if you're curious about what I'm up to. Most of my pictures are about yarn or plants or my dogs. But anyway, you can follow me there, Nikas Arbata. The link will be in the description. There's a whole bunch of other ways you can follow us too in the description if you'd like. We have channel memberships for exclusive content. We have a Facebook page. You can send us a postcard. There's all sorts of ways that you can follow us if you like. But the final little stipulation here is, obviously, you have to be prepared to give me your name and address if you win. So make sure you're comfortable with that, first of all. And then don't anyone comment your name and address on YouTube. Someone did that last time, and I went in and deleted it. I will send you a message, an email, something on Instagram. Just remember, I can't send you direct messages on YouTube. So if I tell you you're the winner, I will put my Instagram and my email so that you can contact me and send me your info. If this all sounds super obvious, sorry, but it's happened twice before that we ran into these issues. So that's all. I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing these yarns. I would love to hear which ones you guys like, or if you have already gotten them, which ones did you choose? What are you going to do with them? Would you like to see me do something specific with any of these? A different pattern? something with a specific color, comment below. I'm excited. I have a lot of stuff to do this winter and I'm excited about it. This is going to be my third sort of full-time crochet winter, and it's really good for me in the winter to keep myself busy so that I don't focus on the cold and the dark. So I'm excited for the winter, although I'm not quite ready. It's still almost 80 degrees today. Our pool is still open, but it's coming soon. So lots of projects on the horizon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, do all the things. And until next time, good luck finding these cakes. Take care, guys.